Let's speak now to Romania's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bogdan Aurescu. Welcome to the programme. What did you want to hear from President Biden, and did you get it?
I think it was a very timely meeting, just approaching the 1 year mark since the start of the war of aggression of Russia against Ukraine, because this Bucharest 9 format, which was created in 2015 by the presidents of Romania, Mr. Iohannis, and President of Poland, Mr. Duda, is a very good instrument of coordination at transatlantic level. We have used this format before, since the beginning of the war in Ukraine. And it is extremely important now to coordinate our response in order to support Ukraine, and also to coordinate our action within the alliance in order to consolidate further our deterrence and defense posture on the eastern flank.
So what does that mean concretely? If you want to have a more serious deterrent, what do you need?
And what was important in terms of message that President Biden conveyed to the alliance members of the eastern flank, was the fact that the United States is committed to defend every inch of the territory of the alliance, including the territory of the allies on the eastern flank. And we have discussed in concrete terms about our response to Russia's actions and the degradation of the security environment in the region and in Euro-Atlantic area. And we have discussed about the importance of implementing strictly the decisions of the Madrid summit of last year. And this in concrete terms means that we need more prepositioning of equipment on the territory of the eastern flank allies, that we need reassignment of reinforcement forces, that we need air defense in order to counter the anti-area access and access denial measures by Russia. So very concrete aspects that we have discussed. Of course, we did not take decisions, because the decisions will be taken by the NATO summit in Vilnius. But this was an extremely timely discussion about how to support Ukraine further in order to win the war, but also in order to see what we can do in terms of consolidating further the security of NATO.
You sound reassured by what President Biden had to say, but next year in the US, there's an election, and some of those wishing to unseat Mr. Biden on the Republican side seem less committed to supporting Ukraine. Is that something that is of concern to you?
I don't think that this is something of concern. I think the support for Ukraine is bipartisan in the United States and also across the alliance. And I think the message that we have sent yesterday, also within the meeting, but also outside the meeting through the joint statement, which was adopted by the participants, was a very strong message in support of Ukraine, but also in support of consolidating the deterrence and defense posture on the entire eastern flank, from the Baltic to the Black Sea. Okay. And I have no doubt that that also in the future we will continue to act in the same direction.
You are currently on your way to the United Nations General Assembly. We've been talking throughout the programme about this resolution being tabled, essentially asking Russia to leave Ukraine immediately. Your thoughts on this? Because it sounds like a lot of empty talk in a way. Russia's not going to take any notice.
Well, I think the adoption of this resolution with a large majority, and we have worked on that. We have outreached towards other states in the global south. I think it's very important, and it's not just empty talk. I think it speaks about the mobilization of the entire democratic international community in the direction of a comprehensive, just, and lasting peace in Ukraine. This is what we need. And this appeal against Russia towards Russia to immediately, completely and unconditionally withdraw its military forces from the territory of Ukraine, coming from such a large number of UN member states, shows that Russia is isolated, shows that Russia is not listened to anymore and not trusted anymore in the international community.
Bogdan Aurescu, Romania's Minister of Foreign Affairs, thank you very much indeed for speaking to us live here on NewsDay.